Hey everybody, it's Dan Cheney back with you yet again for another Music Charts Archive show here on DJNTV. My daughter, who's actually appeared on this show a couple times with me, is getting married this weekend. And with that on my mind, this week's show is going to feature father-daughter wedding dance songs. I took a look at the list of the 30 most requested father-daughter dance songs from DJ Event Planner. And from that list, I grabbed the 10 songs that did the best on the charts. So, which father-daughter wedding dance songs rose to the top, and which song did I dance to with my own daughter at her wedding? Well, we'll find out on this week's edition of the Music Charts Archive Show.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Music Charts Archive Show. I'm Dan Cheney, and today we're counting down the highest charting father-daughter wedding dance songs. So let's start that chart. At number 10, Phil Collins and You'll Be in My Heart. Phil Collins was brought in by Disney to compose music for the animated film Tarzan for his songwriting as well as his drumming sensibilities. He worked closely with the composer of the score, Mark Mancina. In the movie, You'll Be in My Heart is introduced as a lullaby song to the baby Tarzan. The version of the song that charted by Collins peaked at number 21 in July of 1999. The music video was directed by Kevin Godley, formerly of the 70s band 10cc. The song was a big #1 hit on the adult contemporary chart and went on to win the Academy Award for Best Original Song that year. Number 9 on the list is Daughters by John Mayer. Daughters was the third single and second charting single from Mayer's second studio album called Heavier Things. The song implores fathers to set a good example in their behavior because it will affect their future relationships that their daughters have with the men in their lives. Mayer said the song was inspired by an ex-girlfriend he had who had trust issues, largely due to an absent father in her life. Daughters peaked at number 19 in January of 2005 and would win the Grammy for Song of the Year as well as Pop Male Vocal Performance. At number 8, Unforgettable by Nat King Cole. This song was first recorded by Nat King Cole back in 1951 with an arrangement by Nelson Riddle. This was before Billboard's Hot 100 chart, but it did reach number 14 on their best-selling pop singles chart, which was one of their charts back then. The song was written by Irving Gordon, and his working title was called Uncomparable, but the publisher asked him to change the name of the song to Unforgettable. In 1991, the song was reworked to create a virtual duet with his daughter Natalie Cole. That song also peaked at number 14 and would win 3 Grammy Awards, including Record and Song of the Year. At number 7, we have I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. Country artist Leanne Womack had 8 singles cross over to the pop charts, and this was easily her biggest. It peaked at number 14 and spent a big 48 weeks on the chart. It spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the country chart. She was joined on the single by the group Sons of the Desert, who sang a counterpoint chorus. In an interview, Womack said that the song can represent everything a parent hopes for their child, but it can also be for a relationship that's ending as a fond wish for the other person's happiness, or for someone graduating, having a baby, or embarking on a new path. It fits almost every circumstance I can think of, she said. Number 6 on the list is Forever Young by Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart's 15th solo album produced 4 top 20 hits, and Forever Young was the second of those songs. It got as high as number 12 in October of 1988. The song was similar to a Bob Dylan song of the same name, and Dylan agreed to let Stewart record the song in exchange for a writing credit and a share of the royalties. Stewart realized he missed a good 5 years of 2 of his kids growing up because of all the touring he was doing. After that, he took his kids on tour with him. The kid he sings to in the music video is played by an actor and is actually not one of Rod Stewart's children. The song was produced by Stewart along with former Duran Duran member Andy Taylor. Welcome back to this week's Music Charts Archive show. Today I'm counting down the highest charting wedding dance songs for fathers and daughters. And we're up to the top 5. Number 5 is Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. Van Morrison was a member of the band Them when producer Burt Burns convinced him to record solo for his new album, Bang Records. He recorded 8 songs, which became his debut studio album called Blowin' Your Mind, which included his first chart single, Brown Eyed Girl. It peaked at number 10 in 1967 and is widely considered Morrison's signature song. Now, because of the contract he signed, he claims he never received any royalties from the song. He's also said that the song is not one of his favorites. He claims that he has about 300 songs that he thinks are better than this one. At number 4, Landslide by the Dixie Chicks, now known as The Chicks. Many know that Landslide was written by Stevie Nicks and originally recorded by Fleetwood Mac for their self-titled 1975 album, but that version was never released as a single. The Dixie Chicks, now known as just The Chicks, covered the song for their album Home. It was a top 10 hit, peaking at number 7 in March of 2003. It was also a top 10 country hit and their only number 1 adult contemporary song. Stevie Nicks said that she wrote the song in Colorado, and while looking at the mountains, contemplating the metaphorical landslide that was coming down on her life at the time. Fleetwood Mac did eventually release a live version of Landslide in 1998, which got up to number 51. At number 3, Stand By Me by Ben E. King. R&B singer Ben E. King actually did have a bunch of chart singles, including 3 top 10 hits, but Stand By Me is by far the song he's best known for. In its first chart run, it peaked at number 4 in 1961. When the movie Stand By Me was released in 1986, the song was included in the soundtrack and it hit the charts again and became a top 10 hit again, reaching number 9 this time in December of 1986. King said the lyrics were inspired by a spiritual called Stand By Me, Father, and one of the lines in the song is taken from Psalm 46:2. Therefore, we will not fear though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. At number 2 is My Girl by The Temptations. My Girl was the first top 10 hit and the first of 4 number 1 singles for the classic Motown group, The Temptations. My Girl hit number 1 for a week in March of 1965, and like the other songs on this list, like many other songs on this list, it's considered the group's signature song. It was written by Smokey Robinson and Ronald White of The Miracles. Robinson's inspiration for the song was his then wife, Miracles member Claudette Rogers Robinson. This was the first Temptations song where David Ruffin sang lead. Previously, all lead vocals for The Temptations were handled by Eddie Kendricks or Paul Williams. In 2018, the Library of Congress added My Girl to the song, added the song to the National Registry. And at number 1 on our list of the highest charting father-daughter wedding dance songs is Because You Loved Me by Celine Dion. Because You Loved Me was the 12th charting single for the singer from Quebec and her second of 4 number 1 songs. It was number 1 for 6 weeks in March and April of 1996. The song was written by noted songwriter Diane Warren and produced by noted producer David Foster. Both had worked with Celine Dion on her previous English language albums. Fitting the theme of today's list, Warren said that the song was a tribute to her father. It was also featured in the movie Up Close and Personal with Robert Redford and Michelle Pfeiffer, but it did not appear on the soundtrack album. Because You Love Me was nominated for Record of the Year, Song of the Year at the Grammys, along with the Academy Award and Golden Globe for Best Original Song, but didn't win any of them. Well, there you have it. Those are the 10 highest charting songs of the most requested father-daughter wedding dance song list, if that makes sense to you. Please give the video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments which of these songs are your favorites. My favorite is the song that my daughter and I danced to at her wedding this weekend, Phil Collins, You'll Be in My Heart. This has been Dan Cheney for the Music Charts Archive Show, and be sure to join me again next time for another Top 10 list right here on DJNTV.